Sorry about that, babe.
Batman on the NES is a game that I reviewed in the past, many moons ago, but I decided that I wanted to re-review it and bury the old one. Reason being, as time has gone on, I've grown to appreciate the game more and more. I'm gonna go on record stating that Batman on the NES is a top 10 NES game and the best movie license game on the console, and potentially of all time. Batman, formerly dubbed Batman the Video Game, is an action platformer that was developed and published by Sunsoft and released on the NES in North America on February 13th of 1990. Due to the time period this came out and various cutscenes and imagery in the game, you would assume that this game is a direct tie-in to the 1989 Tim Burton classic. But you'd be half wrong? This is loosely based on the movie, maintaining the general plot with the Joker. However, the game is littered with some areas not pictured in the film, and tons of enemies that could only dream of being on the silver screen. The gist of Batman is pretty simple. Run, jump, wall jump, punch and blast your way through hordes of enemies to reach the end of the stage and then eventually the boss of the stage. Batman is made up of 5 stages, which include the Gotham City streets, Axis Chemical Plant, Gotham Sewers, Mysterious Laboratory, and the Gotham Cathedral Bell Tower. Fans of Batman and DC Comics might be intrigued by the fact that the game offers up a slew of notable villains that appear as low-level enemies in the game. This gives some very interesting DC deep dive variety. Villains such as Deadshot, Heatwave, and KG Beast are out to pummel Batman across the stages, just to name a few. While the ultimate baddie, as expected, is the Joker, you also encounter some interesting bosses such as Killer Moth, a computer thing dubbed the Machine Intelligence System, the Electrocutioner, and so forth. Breaking down into the goods, the way you control Batman is quite unique. It's responsive and fluid. Batman has a wall jump mechanism that is semi-akin to that of Ryu Hayabusa from the Ninja Gaiden fame, and Batman also has a variety of bat weapons to disperse upon the scum of Gotham, such as the Batarang, Spear Gun, and Dirk. Along the way, Batman can pick up various items after defeating enemies such as points in the shape of a bee, which by the way are basically completely pointless, a pellet item which helps replenish your ammo for the bat weapons, and hearts which fill up your health bar. Apparently there was supposed to be 1-ups at some point in time in development, but they were left on the cutting room floor along with a bunch of other stuff which probably could be its own video. Perhaps my favorite part about Batman are those aesthetics. Goodness gracious, this game has got 'em. Whether it be the incredibly unique color palette, highlighted by the incredible environments and Batman himself, which also was enshrined in the form of a wonderful NECA figure seen in the intro of my video, or the insanely catchy and appropriate soundtrack that you've grown to expect from Sunsoft. Composers Naoki Kodaka and Nobuyuki Hara just knock it out of the park the entire way. Likely the thing that people most remember about Batman is the difficulty. And I can't lie, the game isn't easy. Don't take my recent Deathless run as something that is easily accomplished. By the way, if you want to see it, link in the description and pinned comment below. Batman is a tough game that requires lots of skill and memorization. The difficulty of Batman truly starts spiking around stage 3 and doesn't really let up. Finishing off with one of the most notorious last bosses in gaming history, the Joker, Batman has a difficulty that at times can make you pull your hair out. Luckily, Batman does have unlimited continues, so if you choose to never give up, the game won't give up on you either. Stick with it, get good, and you will prevail. Batman is truly a gem amongst the massive NES library. Whether you're a fan of the Bat himself or of action platformers in the era, Batman is sure to deliver. The perfect combination of challenging but fair difficulty, tight controls, atmospheric color palettes, and a memorable soundtrack. It does not get much better than this in the 8-bit era. I give Batman on the NES a 9.5 out of 10. My only gripes with this game are sometimes I wish it were a little longer, and if it were a password system probably would have been very nice to go along with it. But if you're looking at this game strictly on an 8-bit side-scrolling action platformer front, what else could you ask for? It really doesn't get much better. So anyways, what are you guys waiting for? It's time to go dance with the devil in the pale moonlight. If you've enjoyed this review, please consider liking, commenting, and subscribing if you haven't already. I do my best to reply to all comments and all videos, and I truly appreciate all the support. Until next time.